Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering ZATP and ZATE Ransomware join the ever-growing Djvu Ransomware family. Malware may masquerade as the legitimate msedge.exe Windows process. Since 2018, the ever-growing Djvu Ransomware family has released hundreds of variant strains, quickly becoming one of the more prolific ransomware families in the world. ZATP Ransomware has been uncovered as yet another variant strain from the clan. The ransomware is referred to as ZATP based on the .zatp extension it uses to append encrypted files. The ransomware operates like its counterparts from the Djvu Ransomware family and encrypts files before making a ransom demand. After infiltrating a computer, ZATP Ransomware scans it, looking for user-generated files. It then affects the files that may contain valuable information, including databases, spreadsheets, archives, pictures, and videos. Additionally, the hackers behind ZATP Ransomware deliver a ransom note that contains information about the infection and the hacker's ransom demands. Unfortunately, an online decryption tool that would unlock the files encrypted by ZATP Ransomware is not available at the moment. The only reliable way to recover encrypted files is to restore them from a backup. You could also possibly research other alternative data recovery options. However, there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery tools will unlock all the encrypted files. ZATP Ransomware's operators promise to unlock the affected files for $980. However, they do offer a 50% discount if victims establish communication within 72 hours after the encryption. The ransom note also instructs users to contact the criminals via the emails datarestorehelp@airmail.cc and support@fishmail.top. If contacted, ZATP Ransomware's operators also offer to decrypt one file for free to display that they can unlock all the affected files. How do I deal with the ZATP ransomware attack? To protect yourself from the ZATP ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you could regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection and other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. Another variant of the infamous Djvu Ransomware family has been uncovered, and this time it's ZATE Ransomware. Like other strains from the same ransomware group, this version also locks important files and then demands a ransom fee to restore file access. Threats like ZATE Ransomware can spread via software bundling, so if you often download freeware or pirated apps distributed via torrent or cracked software sites, you may easily end up installing this threat. ZATE Ransomware locks most popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, the malware adds the .zate extension to affected files, leaving a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder containing encrypted files. There are no free online decryption tools available that can unlock the encrypted files. The only reliable way to recover affected files is to restore them from a backup. Victims can also attempt to use alternative data recovery options, but there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery tools will be able to unlock all the encrypted files. After download and installation, ZATE Ransomware leverages the AES encryption algorithm to lock up target files. It then demands a ransom in exchange for the decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if the victim's contact with them is within the first 72 hours after infection. The hackers can be contacted at restorealldata@firemail.cc and support@fishmail.top. We discourage establishing contact with the hackers, however, as there's no guarantee that they'll provide decryption tools after payment or even communicate with you. How do I deal with the ZATE ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the ZATE ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection and other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. If you are a Windows user, you may notice that there is a msedge.exe process running in the background of your system. This normally would not be a cause for concern, however, as this process is associated with the Microsoft Edge browser. The process may even be taking a significant amount of your system's CPU or RAM resources, depending on the browser load, the number of open tabs, as well as the number of videos, images, and other graphical elements each site may contain. Unfortunately, numerous malware threats have been observed to disguise themselves as legitimate processes like msedge.exe to mask their presence on affected computers. Should you suspect that this is the case with the msedge.exe process, there are a couple ways to verify your suspicions. First, the legitimate msedge.exe executable file should be located in the C drive, in the Microsoft Edge application folder. If it is in any other location, this may indicate foul play. You should also check to see whether there are multiple msedge.exe files on the system. Should you find msedge.exe files outside of the C drive, this can indicate a problem. Another sign that points to running a suspicious msedge.exe process is the file size. If the file size of the msedge.exe you have found is different from the one on the legitimate file, it may indicate that the file is not legitimate. Take note that the real msedge.exe file should be roughly 2,964,000 bytes in size, or relatively close to that number. How do I deal with an illegitimate msedge.exe executable file? If you suspect that your computer is harboring an illegitimate msedge.exe executable file that's associated with malware, you may be at risk of being infected with ransomware, Trojans, backdoors, crypto miners, or other threats. You should scan for and remove it along with any other unwanted software by using a reputable malware remediation tool. To prevent the installation of similar threats in the future, you should practice good web surfing habits like avoiding questionable freeware sites, torrent pages, and other websites that may host unreliable software. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, The Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.